is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and today I want to ask you one simple question. Do you really need an Apple Watch? Well, let's answer that together. So, if you've been following me long enough, you know that I've been using the Apple Watch since it was released back in 2015. So that's over 8 years ago. So I've had pretty much all of the models. So the Series 0, the original Apple Watch, and then Series 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now the Ultra. And throughout all those years, it was always very clear in my mind the benefits, the advantages of wearing an Apple Watch. And in my opinion, those are very clearly four. So one, telling the time, right? It's a watch. 2, being a fashion, a design accessory. 3, monitoring your exercises. And 4, notifications. Of course, there's much more the Apple Watch can give you. You can interact and access and use hundreds, maybe thousands of apps straight here from the watch, right? But the thing is, at least for me, and please keep in mind, this is a very personal opinion, okay? I'm always gonna be extremely straight and direct and frank with you throughout this whole video. So this is my experience, my opinion, my take on the Apple Watch, all right? So using full apps, like opening up, interacting, and using was never a thing for me with the Apple Watch. If I need to do anything apart from reading a notification, I will always grab my iPhone and do it on my iPhone, never on the watch. So for me, using the Apple Watch for accessing and using apps was never a thing. And many people will also say the Apple Watch is great as well as a sleep monitor. And I do agree, it's great, but for me, it doesn't work either. I don't like sleeping with a watch. I think it's uncomfortable. And there's the hygiene issue as well, because it's a dirty thing, and the strap, the Apple Watch itself, and no one is gonna be cleaning it every single day, right? So then I don't sleep with my Apple Watch either. So again, for me, the Apple Watch is a great device for 4 things. I already told you those 4 a few seconds ago. But the thing is it? So let's go through them. So first, telling the time. So the watch part of the Apple Watch. Well, it's not the best watch in the world because it's not so convenient. You have to charge it every day. So then being a watch, as a watch, telling the time, in my opinion, it's not such a good advantage or a benefit of the Apple Watch simply because of the battery and everything, just like I mentioned, okay? Now, thing number 2, being a fashion, a design accessory. And this is a little bit tricky because of course it's a personal taste, but when the Apple Watch first came out, so as I said, 8 years ago, in those very first years, it really was a fashion piece, right? Everyone wanted an Apple Watch. If you were wearing an Apple Watch in those very first months, everyone was looking at it. It would always draw so much attention. You could wear it using any kind of outfit because it was so cool back in the day. So then it really was a fashion, a design piece. The thing is, it's not anymore. It's not at all, because it became very common, very popular. It's not special anymore. Every single brand in the world has a watch similar to the Apple Watch, so then it's not special anymore, it's not unique anymore, and it just feels dated. And that's the problem with the Apple Watch design overall. It doesn't change, so it's pretty much the same thing from day one. Now we have the Series 9 and the Ultra. Of course, the Ultra is a little bit different, but there's another problem because it's too bulky, it's too big, it's too sporty, it's too casual. So you pretty much can't wear it if you are going out, going to a restaurant or something like that. It just, in my opinion, it doesn't fit, okay? So we have this thing on the being a fashion piece, as I said. I think it's not anymore. It just feels dated. The Apple Watch is not cool anymore. That's the point, okay? Let's talk about notifications, which is definitely a huge deal, a huge benefit of having an Apple Watch because you're pretty much wearing your iPhone, right? And again, back then, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, it was great. Everybody wanted this. Everybody wanted to have this notification on your wrist all the time, being connected, being online all the time, 100%, 24/7. It was so cool. But then things were a little bit different in 2015 than they are now. Now I feel, and I get this feedback a lot from you guys here on YouTube, on Instagram as well, people don't want to be connected 100% of the time anymore. People actually want to be disconnected a little bit more. Focus on the work, focus on studying, focus on the relationships when you are interacting with your loved ones, with your parents, with your wife, husband, girlfriend, friends, and having this on your wrist always constantly vibrating, notifying you, intrusively telling you, hey, look at me, I'm here, there's something, take a look. It feels exhausting after some time. Again, this specific part, it's not just me. I'm getting this feedback from a ton of you guys. And because of this, I have so many people telling me that they're just using their Apple Watch on Do Not Disturb all the time. So they remove notifications. Some people disconnect Bluetooth, so then it's not connected to your iPhone anymore and not notifying you all the time. And then it kind of leaves the purpose, right? Because this is pretty much the most important feature of the Apple Watch, the notifications. And then if you are constantly disabling it, turning off Bluetooth, what's the point, right? What's the point of having an Apple Watch? And so this is something to keep in mind. And then of course we have the last big benefit and advantage of having an Apple Watch, which is the exercise workout monitor. And in my opinion, this is what the Apple Watch excels. I mean, it is a very good monitor. All the sensors, all the apps, it's so advanced. The processor, it can do pretty much everything. It's the most complete on this area. But then, is it worth it getting an Apple Watch and spending so much money just for the workout thing? Unless of course you are an athlete or anything like that. You're probably working out 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour a day. Most people, not every day. And I see this a lot as well. People just getting their Apple Watch, putting it on, working out, getting back home, and removing it. They use it as just an exercise monitor because they don't want to have the Apple Watch all day because of the other factors that I just mentioned, right? So then you have other options. You have smart bands, you have other types of smart watches that are even better at monitoring your workout. They're much, much cheaper. So then, in my opinion, the package, the whole Apple Watch package, it just is kind of not making so much sense anymore. Because as a watch, as I said, you have other alternatives as well. You can get a proper watch, a mechanical watch, for example, that will last a lifetime. That is actually a design piece that actually looks good and special and fits your personality because you can choose any kind that you want. And the thing is, you're not gonna need to replace that watch every year because it lasts a lifetime. So then I feel like the Apple Watch didn't change, right? The Apple Watch is still the best overall smartwatch on the planet. But the thing is, maybe we changed. Maybe we as users, maybe after the pandemic, after all those years, we changed a little bit and we maybe don't want to be connected all the time. We don't want to wear our iPhone. So that's why I think our relationship with the Apple Watch is really changing, especially on those past years now. Is really, really different. As I said, the Apple Watch is still the best smartwatch by far. But the thing is, maybe we don't need it anymore. Okay, so wrapping it up. If you are one of those people that you really want to be connected, that you want to get those notifications all the time, that you want to be 100% of the time online, and you actually like this, great, get the Apple Watch. It's definitely, as I said many times, the best smartwatch in the world. But if you're not like that, if you're not seeking this, and you're thinking about buying an Apple Watch because you think it's cool, I think you should consider. Other options, as I said. I think maybe a smart band is a great alternative if you just want to monitor your workouts. And maybe a proper watch is a great alternative if you just want to have, tell the time and have a design piece with you. So to finish this video, no, you don't need an Apple Watch.